When a mysterious virus escaped a wet market in Wuhan, life as we knew it disappeared, and thus began the 5 stages of coronavirus. It all started with denial. Now, I know what you're thinking. No, it didn't, but it did.
A real deadly pandemic would look a lot more deadly than this.
Looks like by April, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. I hope that's true.
We now seem to be facing the health version of global warming.
Yeah, it is like global warming, if he means scientists tried to warn the world of a coming disaster, but people like him ignored it. No one denied harder than Iran.
The Iranian Deputy Health Minister in charge of helping guard against the virus was seen sweating profusely at a news conference. Shortly after this appearance, it was revealed he himself tested positive to the virus.
In his defence, that man is not covering up that he has coronavirus. But when the virus struck the world's 3 biggest stars, Tom Hanks, Idris Elba and, tragically, Richard Wilkins, we stopped the denial and moved on to stage 2, anger. There was anger over toilet paper.
I just want one pack. No, not one pack.
Anger at having to teach our own kids.
אני עוברת מילד לילד, הנה מדעים, הנה מתמטיקה, הנה, חלאס, גם איפה אני יודעת את כל הדברים האלה? עכשיו הילדים שלנו יעלו עלינו כמה אנחנו סתומים.
Anger over swimming, anger over coughing, even anger over local elections. And it wasn't only humans behaving like animals. The animals also let themselves down.
These monkeys in Thailand, accustomed to getting snacks from people, brawled in the street over a cup of yoghurt.
This video shows rats in the middle of the street, focused more on survival than social distancing.
It's a difficult time to be a rat, really, at this time as well.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest time ever to be a rat. Well, except the plague, the other one. And so we entered the 3rd stage, bargaining, where celebrity not a doctor Pete Evans offered one hell of a bargain.
He's one of Channel 7's biggest stars, but Pete Evans is fast turning into one of its biggest headaches. He claims a product sold on his website can help against coronavirus.
It's called a biocharger, and My Kitchen Rules judge Pete Evans is selling them on his website for $15,000.
Just briefly, it's programmed with about 1,000 different recipes. There's a couple on there for Wuhan coronavirus.
Yes, I always take my medical advice from a guy sitting in a dark room drinking a mystery liquid from a bowl. The TGA weren't impressed and handed Pete a $25,000 fine, or almost 2 biochargers. So with some experts telling us there might never be a vaccine, we moved on to depression, or as it's known in Australia, no sport.
The AFL has moved to immediately suspend the 2020 Toyota AFL Premiership season.
The games won't proceed this year.
It is indeed a deeply sad day, but one of the most responsible days in our game's history.
Not a high bar to clear for a league whose off-season genuinely included accusations of a church stabbing. The NRL tried everything to keep the league going, even washing their balls in an esky filled with disinfectant. And then they got desperate.
A radical plan to isolate all 16 NRL clubs at a southeast Queensland island resort is currently before the NRL and could be the key to restarting the competition.
Hey, if it wasn't for plans to transport violent thugs to live on an island, we wouldn't have Australia. And finally, we moved on to acceptance, and the world resigned itself to working from home. This boss on Zoom accidentally hit a filter and turned herself into a potato. This news reporter showed her husband's testicles on live TV. And this Argentinian governor's cat also embarrassed itself on a work call. Finally, with the Olympics cancelled, we're left watching the Olympic leaderboard of corona cases. And as usual, the US is way out in front. Who is coaching them?
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
And that's it. Now you're all caught up. Oh, except that while all that was happening, Krakatoa blew up, Chernobyl caught fire, dozens of tornadoes ripped through the United States, Africa was hit by locusts, the Great Barrier Reef bleached again, Pell got out, Weinstein went in, the stock market crashed, and Kim Jong-un died, or he didn't, or he did. And despite causing COVID-19, the wet markets of Wuhan have opened again. So I guess we can all look forward to COVID-20.